Okay, I don't know how people do this, but, you know, they can try and intimidate me with their little threats of, oh, well, you can't do this and you can't do that. At this stage of life, you know, I don't really care, because there's like something seriously wrong when you have all the lawyers banding together with the victim social worker that's so humble but yet sat up there and directly lied to the judge that she never got the, from the custody application, and she had ample time to put a reply in. So now she's the victim because supposedly she didn't receive it, even though my daughter gave it to her in person at the courthouse on the day it was filed, even though my son went 2 times and delivered it to their social service office and had a name put down and went back and did an affidavit with the court. So how they can't say they never had enough time to make a reply or to show up on that day. Instead, they have to cause drama to go back in front of the judge to say, oh, look, Your Honor, look how disruptive she's been. You know, we can't work with her. Forget about her. We're making progress with the mother because all of a sudden in 5 days from now, 6 days from now, we're putting her in rehabilitation, providing that we can locate her. You know, well, Daddy's sitting up there in jail, you know, just itching to get out and start up with his crimes again. You know, be the big daddy gangster Mac that he is. Go rescue Sierra from the crack shacks, right? And the judge don't want me to talk about this shit. Well, this is real life. This is my family. This is what social services has done to my family, you know? And this is what they've done to my daughter. And they're going to put her in a rehab, keep the baby in foster care because the grandma gets mad. And we got all the lawyers banding together and protecting each other. Right? Well, the judge just wants to sit there and ignore what I'm saying. And like I said, I'm going to ask for the transcript. I hope it doesn't cost me too much money. You know, really. I don't even know if you can see my face on this thing. But and I'm going to read it. And I'm going to see if things have been purposely deleted. Because I brought to the core. I brought some things to the attention. It took me to call the police to have them go in there and do something about my grandson having that infection. What, I'm not allowed to say that? Well, to hell with you. Lock my ass up. You want to go there? I'll go to jail for my grandson. Will any of these people go to fucking jail for my grandson, even though they're the bigger criminals? They're the ones that are making money. I'm not making no money. I told the judge that. And the judge said, just go get yourself a lawyer. Just go get, it will make it easier on you. If I gotta get a lawyer that wants to sit up there and lie and connive and tell half-truths and half-stories, why would I want a lawyer like that? I don't. I'd rather go to jail. Speak for myself. At least I know I love my grandson. That's what I told the judge. I love my grandson. I don't have to get paid. I'm here to speak for my grandson, my family, my children, and myself. I don't need a lawyer to sit up there and tell me that I need to love my grandson. I already love him. And if they want to sit up there and take the advice of some 23-year-old that can't, however old the father is, alleged father, right? Because that's their only weapon that they have at this point. You know, in terms of keeping everything at bay. Well, that's really, again, weak game. You know? The proof is in the pudding. The prosecutor, my daughter's lawyer, the alleged father's lawyer, all banded together, wouldn't give me a straight answer, played me off like a fool, while the social worker with her supervisor, who I've never seen before, standing there like the victim, played me off for a fool. And I'm not supposed to say anything about that. Well, you know, go ahead. If I'm a criminal, lock my ass up. Lock my ass up. That will be fine. It will be just more reason to make more videos. That's all. The videos will keep coming. They won't stop. They won't stop until my grandson's home. And then the videos will turn back to being something a little more productive, like yard work, you know, making dirt, doing park events, that kind of stuff. But these people don't like that. They don't like the kids having fun. They don't like the children learning stuff. Obviously they don't. They like to keep them in lockdown, you know, lock them up like their parents, you know, mistreat them and lie to them, lie to judges. You know, I'm calling it for what it is. I'm calling it for what it is. So I'm going to get the transcript. We'll see how much they deleted out from that one, so that they can say that the judge didn't hear it. The judge didn't know. The judge didn't make a mistake. Nobody's made a mistake. They think just because they got a nice suit on and nice shiny shoes that they had somebody shine them for them. I don't know. They're perfect. It's like the epitome of what is right. Only those kind of people can plant flowers, right? Just so that, you know, they're trying to make it like I'm like, they have the sheriff follow them up to the 4th floor. So give me that little piece of paper. You know, give me this little piece of paper, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to wipe me out of the file that's to the protection hearing file, because as we're still at the protection hearing, we haven't dealt with that yet, right? With them asking for their 3 months to protect Andre from his parents. Yeah. They're protecting Andre from his parents, but yet they're treating me like the criminal, saying, well, you know, have the sheriff follow her up to the 4th floor to make sure that everybody gets along fine and they don't start scrapping in the fucking elevator.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, you know? So I get inside there, and I'm like, well, can you write down on a piece of paper, at least, like, this is what they gave me. This is it. It doesn't tell you what you're going to court for on the 21st. It just tells you the time in the courtroom. And I said, well, write down on a piece of paper, you know, on here, what am I going for? Because as far as I'm hearing it, you're trying to wipe me off the planet of the earth. You're trying to remove me from the file. That's why you're going in front of the judge that put me on the file. So now that you set me up today, pissed me off today, sat up and lied to the judge today, right? Trying to make it sound like I was some criminal that needed to be escorted up the fucking high stair, you know, up the elevator or whatever it was, you know, with the sheriff, to protect the poor victim, you know, the social worker and her supervisor and the 3 lawyers all band together like a little fucking group. And I'm over there. Now, you tell me, 5 people against 1. Who's in more danger?
Including Sierra's lawyer, because he was being a fucking snake.
Well, he didn't.
He wasn't representing us.
He wasn't representing his
No, he wasn't.
Sierra either.
No, he
because
wasn't.
Because he knows Sierra. I mean, I told him she didn't come because she wants Andre home. That's it. She's tired of waiting for the rehab. She's tired of the lies. She's tired of the games. What part of that don't you understand? So what does he do? He crosses over and he goes, stands with the freaking prosecutor. He stands with the, you know, the prosecutor, the ministry lawyers, right? He stands with the daddy lawyer, you know, because daddy all of a sudden fucking cares, right? You know, daddy's got power now. You know, sitting up in a jail cell, daddy's got power, right? And I got the sheriff following me around with biker tattoos on.
Huh.
Yeah. Check that one out. Yeah, a whole arm full of fucking biker tattoos.
2 of them. 2
arms. And I got that. That's what I got following me around. And I'm the one that's a threat. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. So they couldn't even take the time to not even write down specifically why I'm going back to court. All they said was it would benefit you to get yourself a lawyer. And that's why they chose to not even write down why I'm going back. Right? They couldn't take the time to do that because they're just trying to, you know, step on my kids, mistreat my kids, you know, mistreat me, mistreat my dad, you know, mistreat my grandson. You know, maybe, just maybe give my daughter, you know, her little program so, you know, they can put baby and mommy back together after she completes it, right? Because they want to keep the baby in foster care, so that's why they want me not in the next court proceedings besides this one. This one is to remove me from the court proceeding so that the next time they go to court with Sierra, whether she shows up or not, because I'll be out, I'll be kicked out by that point.
If she doesn't show up?
If she doesn't show up, they'll just keep him in foster care, and then that's when they'll start making applications to keep him, to adopt him out. And that's why they don't want me talking. But again, no names. And if they have a problem with what I'm talking about, then come and arrest me, throw me in jail for being a criminal. Because then at least I'll know why I'm there. And it won't matter because when I get out, you're gonna have to beat me fucking up because I'll be right back at it. So we've been to court 8 times.
No one has read anything since we've been to court 8 times.
That's right. And today, the only thing that happened today was the judge was just swallowing the social worker's lies. Even though I had affidavits to prove that they knew about the custody hearing and that the judge had forwarded over the information, I have affidavits. My son served the Ministry of Children and Family Development office in person 2 times.
With Sierra present and with one
No,
of
that
them?
no.
That was different?
That was different.
Okay.
That was the letter of request to change offices in a social worker, which they refused to acknowledge and accept. Well, they took the paper, but they haven't changed offices, and they're not changing the social worker. They're making my daughter work with this social worker. That's it. They just refuse to change social workers, and they refuse to change. Even the lawyer has the information and refuses to take the request of what my daughter signed with the rest of the family to get a new social worker. The point is, we've been to court 8 times. 8 times. And I have affidavits. I wanted to hand it to the judge. I got affidavit to prove that the social services was hand delivered with information in terms of custody. So for that social worker to get up there and lie about she didn't know about it, bullshit. Because the day that the application was filed, the social worker got the copy from my daughter. And then, because my daughter couldn't do the affidavit, my son did it. And because we didn't do it right the first time, we went back and we did it the second time. So 3 times those people have been served. 3 times. And they can't say that they didn't know about it. And now they're trying to wipe me off of their file so they can manipulate the father in jail and manipulate the drug addict mother that's been doing drugs for the last 6 months because of them. Well, nobody still reads anything, including the judge. And then there's someone wondering why I'm getting mad. But that's being disruptive. You know, I had to get to the point real fast, talk fast. They don't like that. They don't like you talking fast. They don't like you coming in with the information real fast so that they get stuck for words and they don't know what to say. Instead, they mumble, right? And then they switch the program and, change the lingo and then, they just all banded together and slithered off. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Like, do they think that Andre's gonna grow up one day and just not ever find out what these people have done to his life?
That's exactly why we're doing these videos, so that he can see.
Yeah, because he'll know. Even if they adopt him out, he'll sense it. He'll know. He'll find out one way or another. He will always know.
And Andre's not adopted.
So 8 times, taxpayers, you're wasting your money, man. Big time fucking money.
Over what?
Over money.
Over money.
I told the judge, I don't need to get paid to come in there and represent my grandson. Had his little toys out, his books, his cars, his cards, everything. Judge, everybody ignored it. Said it didn't matter.